too, but I was about to go live on the Keefe D trial. And I wanted to tell y'all something. I wanted to tell y'all something about the Keefe D case. Everybody that was harassing Tupac is not gone. I'm gonna tell you why. I know this. Sorry, I just got in. But I want to tell y'all this. First of all, let me tell y'all this. I met Tupac when I was 21. Just had a baby. Uh, and was recording and no, just had a baby and was working at a working somewhere. He ended up working there with me. He said it's a police that's always staring at me when I come in here. And I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Where is he? Where he be?" I said, "What he be driving down the street?" Because we were in a predominantly kind of what do you call it? Wealthy neighborhood, because that's where my father lived. He had bought a house. He was a U.S. Air Force pilot. He said, no, he be sitting outside. I said, what? So I go trying to creep, trying to see if the man is there. And I can't remember, but I think I seen him, but he didn't see me because I didn't go all the way out because I didn't want him to know that we were talking about him. Anyway, let me tell y'all this. So that was in, my daughter was born in 83. That was she was born in the end of 83. 84 came, so it was about 84 when I met him. I met him again up in Compton in 85, 86. My father I caught the bus. I'm talking about caught the bus to Compton, trying to clear my head. Why I meet Easy E. And I told y'all this story before. Why I meet Easy E. I'm about to go live. But I met Easy E and he invited me into the garage that they were recording in. And I said, you know what, I sang a little. And he was like, really? He said, let me see what you got. Hey there. I'm getting ready to go live in about 3 minutes on the trial and on what I wanted to tell y'all. So I go in there and I'm recording and I meet Bone Thugs and Harmony. And they were trying to get the clip. It's like the first part of the song is the thuggish ruggish bone. Is the thuggish ruggish. They was trying to get that. And I said, well, somehow that don't sound right the way they want to start it. I said, I don't know. Let me see if I put a hook on it. So I tried to put a little softer hook on it. Why after that Easy, Bone Thugs and Harmony, they had a plane to catch us somewhere. I go, Easy tells me, he said, go down the street and help Suge. He's starting his recording business. He's starting his recording. And I said, oh, okay. He goes, I go down there and I see everybody. Snoop, Dre, Prince, just a whole bunch of guys that are really ready. Oh, Biggie and Tupac. Now I had already met Tupac. I get down there. We all getting our minds ready. Sharitha is in the house of Suge's house. It's too many of us to even go in the house. I didn't want to go in the house anyway. I was the only girl out there. He goes and we sit out there. We standing out there, all standing up in Compton. It's a nice neighborhood. It's clean and everything. So he wasn't tripping. Most neighborhoods in Compton are clean. Unless you go to Watts or something, then you might see some trash outside or whatever. But not all the time. Sometimes these Watts neighborhoods, they be the cheapest neighborhoods, and they be just as clean as they can be. Hi there, Christian. So let me finish telling y'all this, because I'm about to go live in about 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to have to go live. I'm about to go live, y'all. I'm going to have to go off this one and get on the other one. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Hold on, I'm waiting for how many bones recording. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. So what happened was, they talking about they waiting for me, and I'm already here. So what happened was, I'm from Compton. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm from Compton. I'm not from Long Beach. I didn't know who anybody that was from Long Beach. I grew up in a neighborhood in LA. We were always either in LA or in some Carson or not San Pedro, also Harbor City, something like that. That's where I met Tupac in Harbor City. Why y'all? I'm in Compton. They know good and well I'm from Compton. They know good and well I'm from Compton. Jean know I'm from Compton. What's her name? Keefy D know I'm from Compton because I'm the youngest of 6 kids. They all was in Compton. We all was raised up in Compton. And they lived, my sister them lived in Compton till the day they died. Um, I'm the youngest of 6 out of Compton. Even though I'm from LA, I was born in LA. In a house, and my mother decided to downgrade and move to Compton. But let me tell you this: they knew then that Keith D and Gene Deal was like bread and butter. I'm telling you, Keith D and if you seen Keith D, except for one time, and that was when he swung on his girlfriend, and he was right outside our house on the other side of the street, and I'm like, I'm 4 years old, and I'm like, what the heck? Did he just swing on this lady? But listen to this. Keith D, another dude, he locked up too. He ain't never getting out. He was a child, you know what, thing. And Lonnie Franklin. All 3 of them. I seen them one night together. That was it. Okay, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm talking about Keith D and Gene Deal. My brother, my oldest brother, he got 187, or they said he accidentally DROWN in at Cabrilla Beach. Okay. My sister was there because my mother had 6 kids. 2, a boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. We always got like a boy that's 2 years older than us. Anyway, my sister was there. She said she heard like a boom, and then she said that she came back and they said that my brother had took off from the beach. They found my brother a week later in the water. Okay. He was in a trailer. He was in a trailer, like they had took a trailer out there, but he was getting ready to graduate from high school. He asked Gene Deal. He said, "Hey man, you invited to?" Because we seen Keith D hit his girlfriend. So my brother said, "Hey man, you know, trying to low play that kind of stuff because he had a baby on the way." He said, "Man, you invited to my graduation, but your cousin, he can't come." Gene Deal said, "That's my cousin. But that's my cousin. You're not helping him now? Why don't you help him now? On what happened to Tupac? You know he didn't do it by himself. Keith D ain't even meant. I don't know if he is, but I know somebody had to help him. He wasn't doing that by himself. And everybody ain't gone. Because Keith D wasn't even in the car when I first seen people after Tupac. We was on a second job together. Hey y'all, I can't see the comments. We were on a second job together, and I was 24 years old. I'll never forget because I moved into my own apartment and stuff. And Tupac was in there, and somebody walked in. They were trying to hold the place up. A call center. They walked into the call center. So I know for a fact that in '84 they was after Tupac. I tried to keep an eye on him too. Not even a year later, I'm at the Lakewood Mall in Lakewood, California. I see a whole bunch of guys stirring up a little, what you call it, like a little frenzy or whatever. It looked like they was getting ready to fight or whatever, but it looked like they wasn't fighting. I seen all them there, and then I seen Tupac walk away and walk towards the car. And I'm like, that's him. They were trying to. The people even that was around him was trying to start up, have him see if he was gonna fall for it. He didn't. He walked onto the car. I was like, yeah, that's right, dude. Don't get played by these dudes. I'm trying to see why I can't get on my other channel. Anyway, he said, I don't know why I can't get on my others. He said, waiting for me. How you waiting for me? He said, I didn't see him again. I didn't see him again after that. Oh, yes, I did. When I was 20, no, at the age of 21 or 22, when I seen him again, this was before the Lakewood thing. He said something about Bad Boys. He said that song or those words about F Bad Boy, whatever that song said. But they didn't have to publish that. He was upset about it, something, but he wasn't to the point that he was snapping out of his head. He was talking, basically saying, F Bad Boy and a staff, as a staff, and just correct words. How you talk about somebody, as clean as you could get without fading out. You know what I'm saying? So what he did was, he said that they decided to publish that part. They didn't have to publish that part. Diddy wasn't there then. He wasn't sitting there then. So how he know it happened? How did he know it happened? But I want to tell you something. That night they was in Vegas, they said all these people was in the car. I'm going to tell you something. Who was that person in the front truck that they said speed it up and then slow down for when Tupac and Suge got behind them, or Keefy D them got behind them for Suge them to pull up? Who was that in the front? Who had the... Oh! When I was 22 and I was recording in Compton, I was at Suge them's house. Gene Deal walked up and asked Suge for a job. Suge said, yeah, man, I'm trying to help everybody, man, but you got to come to work, You got to be fresh, brush your teeth and all that stuff and get ready to go to work. Then Gene Deal asked for a job for Keefy D. He said, can my cousin come? He was like, man, I'm trying to give you a job. How you going to ask for your cousin? Which I found very weird. Like, why would you ask for your cousin to get a job? Neither one of you have no music experience. Why would you do that if that's your cousin? He your cousin. Why would I would help my first cousin, my second cousin, my 20th cousin if I knew that they didn't do something by themselves? And I'm telling you, they've been after Tupac since he was 20. I was 24 when I got the job there. He's 4 years younger than me. So he was 20 years old when they was at the job trying to come into our job. They were at the job and they had a gun. After we did those little songs, put your back into it, Gene Deal told them, do not give me no money. Now, mind you, my brother was his best friend. He was at my brother's my father's my brother's father's house, who was a St. Louis police years ago. He was retired then. He was in California. He was at his house, and so was Gene Deal's mother. And do you know he was sleeping there and everything? He ended up getting my brother's draft card. Cause my brother was drafted right after he died. They sent his draft card for him to go into the military. So they drafted him. So he wasn't finna be out hanging around and doing all kind of stuff anyway. He was finna be gone. And his baby mother was pregnant at the time. Tell me why he tell them to tell Diddy. He told Diddy this. Now, mind you, Suge didn't get to hire him. So he went to Diddy. That's why I was shocked. I was like, how in the world he gets a Diddy? Diddy ain't got nothing. Diddy walking up and down the street with Sean Carter. How does he possibly, why would he want to work for somebody like that? Okay. He tells the man, don't give me nothing. I figured Diddy ain't got nothing no way, so I ain't worried about it. But I forgot he got a girlfriend that was in Universal Music Group. Hi there, Sticky Icky. And he got a girlfriend, so of course he trying his best to get whatever he can, and so is she. But I wanted to tell y'all this. How did he be security for Diddy? Diddy beat up his girlfriend. We seen that. And years ago, Keefy D beat up his girlfriend. And Gene Deal let it slip out. He let it slip by. He never stopped it. He never stopped to try to stop Diddy from beating up his girlfriend. But you know what? One thing I know Keefy D don't have, Keefy D didn't get no baby mama with no money. How come he didn't get no baby mama with no money? Gene Deal got a police officer lady with a good job, and then all of a sudden he got her pregnant because he got a son. Okay? Then Diddy, you see him. He got the Universal Music Group girl pregnant. A Geffen Record girl pregnant. He got her pregnant. That's his baby mama. Keefy D ain't got that. So Diddy and what's his name? Gene Deal, who was in the front car together when Keefy D them was in the back car, behind the truck. Behind the truck. The truck pulled up to the light and stopped. And Tupac them on the other side, and Tupac and Suge pull up. And the car that shoots at Tupac is right here. And then the truck takes off. So what I did was, I see why they didn't want to pay me. I see why they put my music under other women's names, because they wanted to completely erase themselves from Compton. They wanted to completely erase themselves. They didn't want to be in Compton. They didn't want to be seen or being heard in Compton, because they know in Compton everybody know them, know what they've been up to. And I don't know about Diddy, but I know I knew about Diddy from the time I was a little kid. From the time I was 4 years old. Then I turned around, was his son's classmate in the first grade. Then 14 years old, what happened to me then. So I know Diddy. Okay? I know him. Tell me something. How come you take my name, or you take Gene Deal? Now, mind you, he just asked Suge for a job, and he ain't had no job. But he can walk up in Compton. He got that much clout to walk up in Compton to tell Diddy to don't put my name on, don't pay me nothing. And Diddy went even further and took my name off of all my music. Put your back into it. All this stuff I harmonized. I just harmonized out the back of my head. Thuggish Ruggish, not Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Nothing Bone Thug, because Bone Thugs and Harmony, they wasn't even out there when at Suge House. It was Prince, Dre, Eminem, and Snoop. It was them. That's who was out there. We could make a lot of, and L.O. and Tupac and Big. We could make a lot of music with just them 6 people plus me. We could make a lot of music. Why everybody on the songs that's on the songs with me have already gone? They took them out. And I mean Big, Tupac, and it's another guy that was on a motorcycle in New York riding. He got a deep voice. He was on the song, and somebody did him too. Did him the same way Tupac and Big was done. But they took my name completely off of everything, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that, because I already had a contract years ago as a teenager. I wasn't hanging out trying to find no man or nothing. I was working. I was really working. Put me on a little, let everybody know, whatever. I could be a nanny. I could be a babysitter, whatever. I just wanted them to know I had my head screwed on straight, right? Why they sit up there and um he told Diddy to take he was actually able to Diddy and him was going side and side like they was on the same like they were both bosses. They were both bosses. The only thing Gene wasn't doing was beating on women. That's the only thing. The only thing he wasn't doing. And Diddy ain't never been so close to the point that Diddy would offer uh uh Keefy D no money. But these people were after Tupac in '84. Right after he said F Bad Boys as a staff. Right after he said that and they published it, they had car fulls of thugs. And Keefy D was not in there. But other people related to him was. And Diddy wasn't there. And what's his name? Gene Deal wasn't there. They never got their hands dirty. They never got their hands dirty. So who wanted Tupac after that? That must have really created a tension for somebody that's broke and trying to get in the business. He must have made him snap for Tupac to say that, and he's sitting right in front of us. Diddy and Sean Carter is standing right. Sean standing up, Diddy sitting down. I'm wondering why Diddy sitting down. We ain't here to congregate. We ain't here, out here to work. And then they turned around and took all my name off music as if to lowball Compton. But they don't know I know all of them. I sure did. I just wanted y'all to know that. Don't that make you wonder about who his people is? Huh? They all in that together. And he just hiding. He hiding behind somebody. Deal is hiding behind somebody. Because I'm telling you, him and Keith D is like salt and pepper. Him and Diddy is like salt and pepper. When he told Diddy something, I thought to myself, I said, Diddy, he can't listen to his mama. You think he gonna listen to him? That's my first thought. He ain't gonna listen. Diddy can't listen to his own mama. So I know he ain't finna listen to him. And he did. He listened to him. He took my name off of all my songs. Juicy with Big and all these songs that he had that I was singing background with. He put somebody else on it. What's that one with Missing You? And all this stuff was coming to our head while I was singing. Like, why are you using the beat to missing I'll Be Missing You? You know, I'm thinking this. Like, why are you using their beat? You can't get no money from that. So I know he didn't have no musical talent. But it is what it is. Somebody gave him something. Somebody gave him more than a chance. I wanted to let y'all know that. I couldn't believe it. Don't forget to subscribe, honey. Because I'm telling y'all the tea out of Compton, baby. They act like we were, like I was nothing. And I'm straight from Compton. I was scared to go back. Because I was over there helping them and trying to soften some of their beats. And I thought I was going to get hurt. I truly thought I was going to, thank you. I thought I was going to get hurt. And I'm not even a rapper. But when he said to don't pay me, I assumed, okay, my name going to be on nothing. Not my name going to be under other people, under Gene Deal Baby Mama, under Lil Kim, under, what's her name? Other people. All my music is under everybody else's name that I worked for. And tell you how stupid that looked to me. Ain't none of them real men. Girl, please. Ain't none of them real men. It's sad. The weak, the weak kind of man that they would actually become. And that's not part of Compton. I don't know where they get that from. I don't know where Keith D got all that after. He probably got it from his mama, because his mama's like that too. She real wild and crazy too. So that could have been where he got all that 187ing people. But Keith D ain't gonna 187 nobody, but he'll definitely be there. But he ain't gonna 187 nobody. But they got people there to do that for him. And it was a lot of them. It was a lot of them. Yeah, so I wanted to let y'all know that. There's some cold brothers, man. Ain't none of them originally from Compton. You can't find one house that they grew up in. Not one. You can't even find an apartment they grew up in. They was like stationed from here, from there, from here, from there, from one city to another. And cause they had a mama and a daddy. It's cause they had a mama, she was somewhere, and then they over there at their cousin's house somewhere else. They never even had a real whole family, you know. So I understand how they made a mess of their lives the way they did. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell y'all. Y'all make up your own mind. Because I know we would have to be stupid to think that Keith D could do all that by himself. And that everybody is gone. And I just thought about that. I'm like, wait a minute, 84, wasn't none of them that they talking about is gone. Wasn't none of them in the car. Who, wasn't none of them. I didn't know the people. But I know they wasn't coming and getting in that building that I worked in. Not while I was there. Okay? So I wanted to tell y'all that.